Oh, hey, you guys.
Tass, shut up. I need room tone.
Oh.
It's in your mouth.
We've done this for 3 years. Don't make me. You will all have to walk out. So, hi, we are live from GenCon. I guess not live when you listen to this. but hopefully we will still be alive.
Why would you specify that?
Listen, I'm burning like 7 different ends of the candle. So for this live episode, I think Jake's gonna start.
Do you guys want to hear this hot new track that I've been listening to lately? Yeah. There's been a real banger on repeat for me.
Yeah.
Listen close, and mark my words true. There be danger here, so venture not into the forge waters with a weak constitution. Our goal be fortune and renown, and our aim be at the hearts of those what would stand in our way. If you be so bold, then it's all hands on deck as we set sail on Perilous Tides.
Hello, and welcome to GenCon Live Show 2021, Perilous Tides Beach episode. This episode will be taking place in a vague timeline within the show Perilous Tides in the game Rapscallion, a pirate adventure with my compatriots here today. Are y'all ready for some pirate action?
Yes, please.
I didn't hear a single yar, and you know what? Y'all can just piss off. Come on. There's one. Okay, you'll get a bonus point. All right, cool.
Hey, we're getting points.
Oh, yeah. We are keeping a tally up here for everyone in this audience.
I got an 11.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Jake. So, welcome to everybody. This is, again, Rapscallion, and the game, the story that we tell, Perilous Tides, takes place in the Sovereign Seas, a magical land of pirates and danger and undead, men and women so greedy that their skin turns gray and their teeth sharpen like sharks. But our little adventure today is going to take place in a little bit more of a lighthearted area. This is on an island called Indigo Isle. It is renowned as one of the most beautiful resort islands in the world. This is where the richest of the rich go to blow all of their money and relax. It is rare, to say the least, to see just some regular-ass pirates hanging out in such a a military-run place, somewhere near the center of the Sovereign Sea, where the Navy and the Queen's Guards and the rest of high society usually run and take part in activities. But our crew, the crew of the legendary ship, the Wandering Star, happens to be relaxing on a beautiful beach at a gorgeous new resort. So, crew of the Wandering Star, we're going to go through real quick, and I would like you to introduce yourselves and tell us what your playbook is. Just a little quick pitch about kind of what you do on the ship and how you take part with that. And then I'll give you your setting. Rev, who are you playing?
I am Sayre, the ship's navigator. I do most of my business steering the ship and picking the locations for which it will travel, making sure we get there safely.
Excellent. Kim?
I am Ada Hawthorne, the mountebank. I don't really do that much on the ship. I mostly just kind of chill. Don't really help sail it, don't really help run it. But I am capable of a lot of magic. In fact, I always wear red leather gloves because I happen to have a demon living in the palm of my right hand. Of course, most of my fellow crewmates don't know that except for our captain.
And Megan.
I am Theo Drake. I am the matelot playbook, and all of the stuff that Ada does not do on the ship, I help with all of that. I help keep things running, and I have a mantis shrimp tattoo on my hand that helps me when I get into fights, which I like to do quite a bit.
And Jake.
I'm Captain Callahan, and I call the shots, baby.
So this is the crew of the Wandering Star. They have a handful of lackeys that help them out with various things, but they aren't on the level as these four. They're not quite as powerful, but they are certainly helpful. Right now, they are off attending the ship and keeping it safe, while these four get to relax a little bit. Here's why you're relaxing. You have been invited here to a brand new exclusive resort on Indigo Isle in a town called Filigree. You are invited by a Viscount that is opening up a resort called the Perilous Riptide. And it is specially a pirate-themed resort. And they really wanted to open this with a bang by inviting some actual pirates. So they said, if you guys come along, do like a few maybe cool pirate things, and left that pretty vague, that they would let you hang out for the weekend and attend all of the luxurious happenings in Filigree. I am making the executive decision that you said yes, or else we wouldn't be doing this. So, really, you showed up, you had a few attendants come around and accept you and make sure that you knew where everything was. Pretty much anything you can imagine that's just fancy and fun to do is here. But my God, this place is garish. They have just the most cliche storybook example of pirate shit everywhere. They carved a skull into part of a cliff that a waterfall is coming out the mouth into the lagoon where people swim. They have all of these faux pirate ships moored in the bay so that people, their cabins are these ships. But these things clearly don't even float. They have to be built up with some sort of concrete underneath to even keep them in the water. It's almost tacky if these people weren't so ridiculously rich that they put all the money in it to make it look kind of cool. But there are a lot of other tourists here too making their way around. Just tell me what you're up to as you're relaxing on this first day. What's going on in Filigree?
I think that Sayre is hanging out on the beach and manipulating the waves and the wind to knock down any sandcastle being built that he sees.
Oh, bless you.
Oh, that's a shame. I can't believe it was so beautiful going up. That's too bad. You have to try again.
I am absolutely using my telekinesis to do the most piratical thing I can possibly think of, swindling people out of their money. I am stealing people's coin purses, and then when they notice, sort of laughing and saying, oh, well, I'm a pirate, and then returning it back to them, except then I'm using my illusion magic to give them a handful of illusory coins and pocketing the actual coins for myself.
Outstanding.
Yep.
I won't make you roll that. These people are stupid.
They sure are.
Sorry.
Tell me more of your tale.
She's yeah, keep going. God, that sounds good.
I am hanging out on the beach as well. I have my pet snake, Gus, hanging out with me, wrapped in my hair. He likes the nice, warm sun. And I am convincing the kids that are hanging out how cool it would be if, like, they got buried up to their neck in the sand, and then, once Sayre starts messing with the waves to come over the sandcastles, I'm pulling them up out of the sand before it hits them. And
Thank God. Jeez, I thought this was gonna have a really dark start.
No, it's fine. They only think they're in danger because that's like what pirates do, right?
I am teaching a sword fighting workshop for rich people, but I'm training them all wrong as a joke.
Outstanding. As you're doing all of this, you have crowds gathered around just fawning over you and asking you for real pirate stories. Like, these are the people that are just too rich and out of the loop to understand that they are potentially in a lot of danger being near you. They have no idea what you're really about. So they're eating it up and gathering in these crowds. And you all notice that as the evening goes on, that the crowds start to thin pretty quickly, and no matter where you are, an attendant finds you as it starts to get on towards evening. And they each make sure to let you know that the opening ceremonies are coming along soon, if you would all like to gather down at the main stage. So there is this kind of just a massive, kind of a U-shaped theater, just open air in this beautiful garden, and people are gathering and piling into the rows there. And there are 8 chairs up on the stage, 4 on either side of this podium at this central point for, the best acoustics. And as you start to walk up, one of the assistants makes sure to usher you up onto one side of the stage.
I take my place at the podium.
The attendant looks horrified, not sure what to do, just like waving at you and like pointing to the seat.
Oh,
and
sorry. Yeah, no, I understand. I'll sit back down.
oh, the sigh of relief of this guy, like not having to ask you verbally to please not do that is palpable.
I count 8 chairs. Are we expecting some other crew?
The assistant nods. Oh, yes, they only just arrived. I think, oh, no, there they are now. And you all look up and see a pirate crew that you recognize. Actually, Callahan in particular, this is an old rival of yours. This is someone you haven't seen in a long time and someone that you've been at odds with several times before. You see the crew of the Razor's Edge, led by Captain Stormsword Masha. And following are her 3 attendants, her first mate, known only as Handsome Eli, their navigator, Savage Susan, and their warlock, Joshua the Dead Keeper. And Masha is just grinning at you, Callahan, as they make their way up onto the stage. She gives you a little wink and sits down in their seats. And very quickly, a tall man in ridiculous finery, a suit with gilded buttons and crystal cufflinks, the whole 9 yards. He's got long, luxurious hair and this beautifully braided beard, steps up to the podium. Hello, everyone. It is a pleasure to have you all here for the opening ceremonies of the Perilous Riptide. Please give a warm welcome to our actual pirates. That's plenty. All right. Let's get moving. As you all know, I am Viscount Jeremy, and I will be leading all of this for you today. And now, to unveil the exhibition that will be taking place first thing tomorrow morning, we shall be playing a game that I have invented myself with the help of a few other actual pirates, and they assured me that this would be quite the exhibition. Here's how it shall work. Our illustrious crews will take to their ships, and I'm told the ships are fairly similar, that they might be evenly matched, but we shall certainly see. And you hear a few people out in the audience yelling about taking bets and some laughter about the whole thing, and he raises his hands to quiet everyone down. Yes. So, first of all, they will be taking to their ships in our beautiful Marauders Bay. And at the gunfire, the exhibition shall begin. You will all be given many barrels, as many as you need, of special ammunition. This ammunition is a brand new thing that we've developed. It is a thick, leathery ball covered in sort of a dry paint that shall burst upon impact. You shall be given these payloads to fire hence at one another. Every shot that connects with the ship will be rewarded with a small amount of points. If you hit one of the other crew members of the ships, you will be given a much greater set of points. Also, in the middle of the bay, there shall be a large platform that is also stocked well with barrels of these special leather balls of paint. If you have anyone swim their way out to the platform and make shots with these balls of paint to the enemy ship, you shall be rewarded double the points for your bravery dealing with each other on the platform. And so thus will these volleys go back and forth, and the winner will be given exclusive rights to come here as often as you like, free of charge. So I hope you enjoy this game that I've invented that I shall call volleyball.
It's brilliant.
It shall happen, of course, at the break of dawn for us. That's usually right around 11 o'clock. Takes quite a while to get ready, you know. We must look our best for tomorrow for these lovely pirates coming all this way, shan't we? Yes. So bring your purses for bets. Make sure that these lovely guests get their rest this evening, and good luck. And Viscount Jeremy saunters off. The crowd erupts, and everyone starts to stand and disperse. What's the plan tonight?
I think I'll go have a chat with Masha, please. Yeah, that's you.
She stands again with a grin, just hands on her hips, waiting to receive you. She's not moving from her seat. She's waiting for you to come to her.
I like take the few steps forward. I realize that she's not standing up. I do like an exaggerated step backwards, a step forwards, a step backwards with like raised eyebrows, like you better stand the fuck up or else I'm out of here.
And she does.
And I will hold a hand out to shake.
She shakes it.
Stormy, long time no see. How have you been?
I've been all right. How are you?
Oh, not bad. Were you made aware of this going into it?
Oh, yeah.
Well, that makes one of us.
Yeah, that was part of my rider for coming at all.
Yeah, it would be.
So, do you want to give up now, or are we going to do this tomorrow?
Well, now? I was considering cutting a deal, but now I'm going to stomp you.
I truly hope so. All things aside, I think this will be fun.
I wish you luck.
And you as well. You'll need it.
She got the last word, but I'm gonna allow that to happen. I'm out of here. I'm just like, ooh, I wish I had an even snappier one-liner, but I don't.
So the evening goes on without any incident, and you're up bright and early, manning the beautiful wandering star the next day. The star is gorgeous, with its main feature being a figurehead in the shape of this shooting star with the streaks of fire back leading up to the ship. And as you take to the bay, clearly, the Viscount was at least somewhat aware of how your ship works and this innate magic that is storied to work with it. So they make sure to have 3 ships trail behind you as you make your way in. Because whenever you lead a ship, the star glows. And so people are just erupting with applause and laughter as they see the ship take to Marauders Bay. Here you see this large platform that's anchored to the center of this wide, almost C-shaped bay. There are stands set up all the way around it, absolutely full of people. But apparently, and this is something that you might not have ever seen, possibly heard of, Captain Masha also has a pretty storied ship, a ship with some magic to it. Because when it leads ships, and as it comes into the bay, it does, the very large sword that is its figurehead splits and turns into dozens of actual scimitars that spin in front of the ship. You know how dangerous this can be if the ship gets close, that it can plow through other ships like a saw.
Where do we get one of those?
That hardly seems fucking fair.
I was just a nightlight. If anything, it's a disadvantage.
She better strap paintbrushes to those or something.
That seems illegal.
This is...
I could always just set their ship on fire, or is that considered unsportsmanlike?
I mean, that's probably gonna be crossing a line. I think that might be an automatic DQ on that one.
Okay.
Let's save that as a last case scenario.
Fantastic.
So you take your spots opposite each other in the bay where these other ships lead you, and there is a worker that has come out dressed like a pirate, but it's terrible. It's just so gaudy.
It's like Disneyland.
It is. And they made the poor guy swim out in the thing. And he's just exhausted. And he stands on the platform and raises the pistol. And just, everybody ready? I don't care. Oh, Jesus. And he fires into the air to start everything and then dives back into the water, just miserable.
Poor bastard.
Swimming back to the shore.
Right before he fires the pistol into the air, I want to twist fate.
Oh. Let's see a twist fate.
Does anybody have a D6 I could borrow? I have 1 D6.
I had to borrow one. Jake gave me one, and I realized
Thank
it's the one he
you.
had in his mouth.
It's very cursed.
Oh, no. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. 11. So I'm going to twist fate to control the wind and the waves, and I'm going to make the wind blow and whip around this man and just make him look dashing for a moment.
Oh, I don't think he understands what's happening, but like the wind fills his lungs, and he's like, oh, okay.
He just hears me from off in the distance like, you look fucking good, mate. You look scary.
Yeah. And then when he jumps into the water, like the waves carry him like a dolphin.
I was going to ask, did you just dry his clothes before he has to swim back to shore?
Amazing. He just struts back onto the beach and gives another bow.
Yes, that's right. I've got that much luck. I'll just piss it away.
And so it has begun. The Razor's Edge starts to make its way slowly around this bay, circling this platform, just really using the wind a little bit to kind of test what you all might be doing. What's the plan? What do you want to try here?
All right, huddle up. Group huddle, team.
Yeah.
So, first of all,
This is turned into a game of telephone.
tell Sayre that I said, and don't you forget a word.
Make something up to tell Sayre.
What are we thinking?
I'm done with this.
I would be tempted to say that we keep it in a wide arc. Just try to take the tight rotations when they start to close in, keep them on our broad sides, and keep them nose to us. But I'm open to suggestions.
Do you want to try to get to that island in the middle?
Well, at some point, do you think I should do that sooner or later?
It might be a surprise if it's the first thing that happens if we take the ship out wide and you move in towards the middle.
And so I have to swim out to these and collect more ammo and bring it back?
No, you get the idea that you have to be out there on the platform. And as you look, there are like these barrels that seem to be the same ones that they loaded onto your ship for you to use in your cannons. But there's also like, it just looks like a lump covered in some kind of just canvas or something on each side. There are 4 of these lumps.
All right. And do I feel good about those lumps? Do I think that's something that's going to go well for me?
It seems like whatever they have in mind for how this platform is going to be used, it's probably under those. There's
Probably
something
under
to
the lumps.
utilize, yeah.
Okay. All right. I mean, I trust you all to operate the ship. I don't think you need me to tell you how to sail and fire cannons, right?
Correct.
All right. Well, then you keep at it. Light 'em up. I'll be on my way. And I'm just going to dump my coat and dive in, start swimming for that platform.
Absolutely, and you start making your way. It seems like the Razor's Edge has cut a little closer to the platform, but it isn't like heading towards it per se.
I did my thing.
So I'm going to try to steer the ship and try to outmaneuver them and fire off a shot. Not all of those things, but so they can fire off a shot.
Okay, I think roll a steer for me to get where you want to be.
Okay. 9. Oh, no.
All right, so you can definitely get close enough to like have a fairly good spot here to maybe get some shots. But in doing so, you're going to cut so close to Callahan that the wake is going to push him back further and it's going to impede his progress. You can get like the perfect spot to fire where you know you can just fire away all you want. But it's going to actually do a little damage of the ship because you're going to have to actually hit that platform. I think just those 2.
I think I accidentally impede Callahan. I think he takes a zig and I move the ship. You gotta stay in the right lane, Callahan.
You son of a bitch.
But you get to a good vantage. You get to be in range of them while they're not quite positioned to have cannons on you.
Excellent.
Yeah, if I have them in range, I'm definitely firing off a shot.
All right, then you are going to roll a specialty move here called simply dodgeball.
What stat is that with?
With blood.
Oh, no.
Oh, good.
So go ahead and roll plus blood.
That's good.
I think that's the 6.
Yeah, that's the 6.
12.
Woo! All right, so you get a hold 1 with a full success. You can do one of 2 things. You can either disrupt the enemy, or you can gain a few points.
Let's disrupt them, especially since I see that Callahan has been set back a little bit. Let's disrupt them so that it gives him a chance to do what he was trying to do.
Okay, so it looked like they were about to start shifting the ship so that they would have cannons on you. Your shots go a little high, whether on purpose or not. That's up to you, of course. They rip through these like powder balls are still pretty thick. So they rip through some of the sails, and it slows their progress. So Callahan, even impeded, doesn't quite get up there fast enough to start utilizing anything, but he does get on the platform way quicker than he probably should have with being blown back in the wake.
So I'm not much for firing a cannon. Don't think I've ever done it since I've been on the Star. However, I do have this thing called telekinesis. Could I just use telekinesis just to send a ball over there? No cannon necessary.
God, yes, please.
I assume this is with Spitfire.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Oh, good. 11.
Absolutely. I think when it's telekinesis that you don't get the choice. I think that this is just kind of damage, so to speak. With a full success with that, which one of the crew members do you want to hit?
Ooh. How handsome is handsome Eli?
Very. Very.
Right into his beautiful face.
All right. This paintball was this nice, like, kind of a really cool, like an almost pastel green. So it hits him right in the face and, like, powders through the hair and everything.
Oh no, it made him look even more handsome.
And you all see that the crowd erupts with this in particular because this is First Blood. And for the first time, you see that they have rigged up on the shore these two like large, like almost like silos. And there's two of them. One has a star shape on it. One has like the symbol of a sword on it. And that guy in the garish pirate suit walks up and he drops this like a pitcher of brightly colored water in it. For you guys, it looks like red is your color. So he drops this whole pitcher in and it shatters and it fills up into this kind of a tube so that everyone can see that points have been scored.
I would like to roll prophecies.
Okay.
I would like to have it on hand. All right. 7.
Okay, and that gives you...
that gives me a hold 1.
Hold 1, and we're hanging on to it, I assume?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
We're going to use it right away. Misfortune befalls someone. What happens to them? I think that as Susan is picking up one of those cannonballs to load it, it explodes.
Yep. She picks it up. It like starts to crumble, and she tries to like maneuver with her arm to catch underneath, but just ends up juggling it back and forth. It pops up into the air, down over her head, and just shatters over her body. The crowd erupts again, and the pirate guy drops out another pitcher into the tube, and it fills another point. Callahan, what are you doing on the platform?
I want to rip this tarp away and see what's under these things.
What you see is it's mounted to the wood of this floating platform. It looks like a massive slingshot.
Awesome. Can I crack open a barrel, look at the contents?
Absolutely. They're a little smaller than the ones that you had on your ship, but they are essentially the same thing. They're these thick paintballs.
All right, I want to load one up and take a shot myself.
Roll dodgeball. That's with blood.
6.
Can I help out here?
Yeah, I assume. How would you do this?
I think I grabbed the megaphone that we have.
A speaking trumpet.
I call it a megaphone. I'm starting a new name for it. It's catching on. It'll be great. And I yell out to Callahan because I recognize this kind of device. I've seen them used before. And I tell him how to plant his feet properly to get a proper drawback on this to get the best kind of shot.
Okay, spend that bond, and that bumps you up to a mixed. A mixed for dodgeball means you get a hold 1, so you can either disrupt them or score some points. And they also get that choice.
I'll disrupt them.
Okay. So I think you're firing as they're firing. A couple of them have stepped up to their cannons, and they're trying to make a quick maneuver here. One is aiming towards the star, and Your attack doesn't quite hit them, but it comes close enough that they have to dodge out of the way, and they were just ready to take their shot, but since they ducked, they bump the bottom of the cannon and it turns and fires over the ship. But the other one was aiming at you, and you take a paintball full in the chest. It knocks you back to slide to the edge of the platform, not quite spilling you into the drink. And you see the crowd erupt, and a blue pitcher of liquid gets put into the other tube.
What color have I been dusted?
I think kind of a magenta.
I'm not mad at it.
Nice. Kind of goes with the coat that you left behind. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Seeing that this ship is getting closer to us and they're firing both at us and the island, I'm going to try to scarper us out of danger.
Yes, go for it.
10.
And so you do.
So I will not hit a complication, and I will maneuver into an advantageous position.
Perfect. So you start making your way around as, again, they try a couple more wild shots, but you are too quick on this. I'm also going to give you this too, from this scarpering to a better position. You see that in a bit of a rage, Handsome Eli has dived off the side of the ship and is swimming towards the platform very quickly.
Oh. Callahan, look out, you're about to have company.
Oh, he's just beautiful in the water.
Majestic.
But the ship is in a wonderful spot. You are aimed at their stern, and they have no cannons on you.
Excellent. I'm definitely taking another shot.
You do. They cannot do anything about this. Do you want to disrupt them more or score some points?
Give me them points.
You get them points. Who you hitting this time?
Oh, I'm going for the Death Keeper.
Oh, he is standing at the back of the ship, like he's come up behind. He's got these thick robes of black and this hood down, and he raises his hands, and they're painted like skeletons. And as he starts to chant, he takes one just right in the mouth. And whatever this energy was that was building around him fails utterly, and you get more red liquid filling your tube. Ooh, y'all nasty.
You should see a doctor.
Who seems to be steering the other ship? Is that Susan?
That is Susan.
Fantastic. I would like to use one of my dark contracts.
Oh shit, what you gonna do? Well, I guess let's see
I
first.
gotta roll for it first. That's a 3. That's good enough. That's another 11.
Damn, what are you gonna pick?
Susan's going to have hallucinations and awful nightmares. Good luck steering the ship now.
Literally everyone everywhere is confused as you all see Susan, with confidence at the wheel, take a step back for a second, crack her knuckles, turn around and grab onto some of the netting on the mast at the back and start steering it. She seems to be swatting at something but feeling really good about getting rid of it as she's just yanking on those ropes like she's spinning the wheel, just super confident about which way she's making this ship go.
You're doing great, sweetie.
Callahan, what are you up to?
Is there just one of these slingshot things on my platform, or is there like one for me, one for them?
There are 4 total.
Oh,
it seems
God,
like they
I
have it
missed that.
set up to swivel so that no matter where the ships are, there's a chance for a shot.
Cool. I want to go to one that is on the edge closest to where Handsome Eli is coming up, and I'm just going to start trying to destroy that one until he gets here.
God, roll, use a dirty trick?
All right. 8. I like just the polite going around the room.
It's just a golf clap.
A satisfactory roll.
I think you destroy it, but it's gonna hurt a little bit, so you're going to take a -1 ongoing while you're trying to walk around on this ramp or on this platform. You can destroy it, but you're going to take another shot to the chest. I think just those two.
I will hurt my footy.
Okay, you do it, but man, you have a little hiccup in your get up here, just from the bruised foot of kicking that thing over, and it is mere moments before, like just a beautiful dolphin, handsome Eli swims up and just bursts out of the water without even grabbing the side to land on it.
I shoot him in the foot.
Roll get into a scrap.
6. Damn it.
You take this shot, but it was just where his foot had just been because he's sidestep kicking you in the head. You take...
I can't help but admire the flexibility.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And you take 2 points of harm.
Oh, God. What a kick.
Eli brought his steel toe boots.
He swam in steel-toe boots.
He swam, erupted from the water, and threw a head-height roundhouse in steel-toe boots.
Yeah, given our position, I'm going to hop down off of the wheel and take a shot with one of the cannons.
I think this next shot, too, you're still in this position, and Susan is steering nothing. Nothing. Absolutely goddamn nothing. So do you want to disrupt them, or do you want points?
Oh, I want points.
All right. Who you hitting?
I think that as I fire the cannon, I yell out to the captain, "This seems to be your crew's color and you're not wearing it," as she gets hit with one.
It bursts, the crowd erupts, and you get more liquid in the tube to show off your points.
And then I'll scuttle back to the wheel.
You can see the other crew, like the kind of no-name people on the crew, scuttling back and forth as Masha is spitting these curses to them.
So much scuttling.
Largely crab crew.
And then she runs up, swats Susan on the back of the head, but then takes the wheel herself and starts spinning it about. Ada, what are you up to by now?
Oh no, we can't have that. I think I want to just try to brain Masha with a paintball. I love you, darling.
Are we still going with telekinesis?
Oh God, yes. I'd never fire a gun.
My God, Ada was just talking to me.
Oh no. That's a 5.
Oh! I think this one gets caught. There's something about the paint and the heat from these cannons that maybe doesn't mix well after a few shots. And it explodes in the barrel. The cannon's mostly fine, but you are just a lovely shade of like poop brown now from the explosion of this paint. And a very small amount of blue liquid gets added to the razor's edge.
Tass, I've always been kind to you. Why?
Theo, I think you can see, as you're still mostly at the cannon for the moment, that some of that crew are loading the cannons that are now starting to face you, but instead of just tossing in these, kind of lighter leather balls, it seems like they were hefting something heavier.
Son of a bitch. How far away are they from us?
I mean, really, not the edge of cannon range, but like close to it. Like they're, you can just hit them, like, on deck.
Do I think that I could swim to them?
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to get past the platform, so it'll take a minute, but you can get there pretty quickly.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna head to the platform and then try to make my way across.
Okay, so diving off in towards the platform?
Yeah, I look at Ada and I see her covered in this powder, and I just say, maybe try the cannons? I'm gonna go, and I jump overboard into the water.
No response. Just mute.
Callahan, what's going on the platform?
I think I'm losing.
Yeah, Eli does not seem to be paying any attention to the slingshots for the moment. He's just walking towards you on the ground.
I don't know why I pictured like on all fours from what you described. That.
Scuttling.
You're on the ground.
Walking towards
He's
you on the
walking
ground.
like a person.
Beautiful.
My apologies.
All right, I wanna time out a maneuver here.
Okay.
As Eli gets close enough and like tries to put hands on me, I want to grab and just roll both of us into the water.
Oh, I like that. That's probably another dirty trick.
8.
You can do this, but it's gonna hurt a little bit. You know, he's gonna be fighting, so you're gonna take some elbows as you go. You can do this, but you're going to break the slingshot that is the only one that actually has a shot on the other ship right now. Or you can do this and you're going to essentially overcompensate and throw him so hard that the steel-toed boots clip Theo right in the temple as she's getting up close to the platform.
Of course, I'm going to choose the last one.
Yeah. Theo, you take 1 point of damage as you are booted in the head. But
Whoopsie daisy.
It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Sayre, what's going on?
I think I am going to try and reposition the ship again just to keep us out of the firing range of this ship.
Okay, yeah, let's roll it.
11.
You absolutely do.
Yeah, so I'm going to not encounter a problem and get into an advantageous position again.
Okay, like what? Are anything new or kind of the same maneuver as they're shifting?
I think because of the struggle to steer their ship on their ship, that I'm just like going around the outside. Whatever.
Around the outside?
As they're turning, I'm just continuing to go that way so we stay in the same location.
Beautiful. You get ahead and then behind them, and you just see Masha looking over her shoulder, just spitting curses, and still reaching back to swat at Susan, who's kind of not as vigorously steering the rigging, but she's still there going for it. You also see Josh the Dead Keeper getting back up and like spitting paint out of his mouth and trying to catch eyes on where the ship is at the moment as he rubs the paint out of them.
All right, so I'm going to take one of the paintballs and like load it into the cannon. I'm turning over my shoulder and looking at Ellen. This is how I do this, right? I like put it in from here.
Yeah, honey, shoot it from the open end.
Okay, and then I'm going to attempt to fire a cannon.
All right, roll dodgeball.
With blood this time?
Yeah.
8.
Okay, you get to pick whether you disrupt them further or get some points.
Oh, no, I don't like anything that the Death Keeper is doing, so I'm going to disrupt them.
All right. You guys keep doing this. No one's ever going to know what he can do. So he has actually stood up on the railing at the stern, and he's cracked his knuckles, and he's so frustrated that he's like pulled the sleeves of this robe back so you can see where like he painted his hands. You can see where it ends, and it's just like regular skin. It's kind of lame, but he doesn't care because he's just pissed. And he starts making these motions, and you see these runes appear in front of him that are these weird forms that look like bones. And he opens his mouth to shout this command, and takes a paintball in the mouth. Theo, what are you up to?
Getting kicked in the head, apparently.
Yep.
So recovering from that, and I'm still trying to get to their ship.
Okay. So yeah, I guess it really doesn't matter either way if you're going over, under, or around the side. But right now, they have just been stuck in this spinning pattern because they're just trying to get eyes on the star. So I think you get up to the side and are able to start climbing the ropes. What do you want to do?
I want to get to their cannons.
All right. There are a couple of just, generic sailors at the sides, and they're waiting for their moment to take these shots. They do not notice you coming.
I want to climb up on one of the cannons that I saw them load with this heavier cannonball, and I want to straddle it, and I want to punch the end of it so that the cannon is sealed inside.
Use a dirty trick, please. And that's with vinegar. Yeah.
Six.
Oh, can I help out?
God, how?
I love the question.
Yes. In that I sound like TJ. I will
Say words until an idea.
something makes sense. I think it's a matter of jigging the ship so that it creates a big wave so that it pops her out of the water so she can punch down.
Okay. Theo, I think you fuck up pretty bad here. I think you go to take this swing, but the surprised cannoneer, he lifts the cannon, he presses down on the back so that it bucks you up, and you overcompensate and go head first into, your head and shoulders are in the cannon. And you can almost hear his frickin' cheeks change to a grin as he's ready to yank that cord and fire you out of it, or at least your head off. But then Sayre comes to the rescue here, and as you're bucked backwards, you see your opportunity and slam that fist down. But there's still a mixed. Do you want it to hurt real bad, but have a ripple effect that does a little more than you intended? Do you want to break it, but you're going to be in a little danger from the cannoneer directly behind you? Or do you want that shot to go off right before you make the hit? It'll be a successful hit, but you're not super sure where that payload is going to end up.
I'm going to go with the second option. I want this thing sealed in, and I am not too terribly worried about facing this cannoneer.
All right. You pound this thing down, and you hear the jingle of the chain that they yank for the fire bit. He drops it because he sees this happen. And you hear a flintlock being cocked. Callahan, what are you up to?
We're both in the water, yeah?
Yep.
I mean, he seems pretty good in the water, but he can't be better than me. So I am going to just try and wrap arms and legs around his limbs so that he cannot swim and let us both start to go to the bottom.
I can't decide if this is a dirty trick or a really fucked up parley.
I know which one I'd prefer.
Only if you get him, you tell me that he's grappled in a way that you're just making that deadpan eye contact with him with a shit-eating grin as you sink.
As your gills flail to the side.
Yes, I accept.
Roll a parley.
All right, I'm gonna spend 2 luck. I want this to work eventually. I won't let you die.
Let's see it.
13.
Well, on a full success, your words carry real weight.
I think my words are. You realize they call me the Titan Killer, right?
He says, and he's just with the one free hand that can't do anything, he's tapping out. He's tapping out on your shoulder.
Okay, I'll let him go so he can float up, and I'll swim back up to the surface with him.
All right, yep. He just clings to the side of the platform and just does the little kind of like side hand wave, like waving the surrender flag on his part.
You better not pull any bullshit once I get back on these slingshots, or so help me God.
He nods and starts to answer and vomits seawater.
Still so gorgeous.
Sayre, what do you got?
So I'm gonna grab my coat and take it off. I'm gonna run down to our barrel where the balls are, and I'm gonna put one inside. And then I'm gonna slam it against the ground so it pops inside my coat. And then I'm gonna run to the front of the ship and put it inside out so that the paint stuff is on the outside on the figurehead. Run back to the wheel and try to turn and drag it across the side of their ship to make a slash across their ship.
I wish this had just started with, all right, you tell me when this is too many things.
Yeah. If I say this fast enough, he won't stop.
He won't have the guts.
And if I get the whole sentence out, then it must be true.
It's one move if there's no more than one period. It counts as one action.
Ada is just standing stock still, watching Sayre strip, like run down onto the gun deck, grab a cannonball,
Just
put it in his
cackling
coat,
the whole way.
running over here, putting into the cannon, running back, and I'm.
Ellen is watching as she's helping you with the cannons. He's fucking quick for an octogenarian.
Very spry, it's true.
Roll, use a dirty trick. I guess.
10.
You do this, the crowd absolutely loses their minds. They are cheering and screaming, and the guy with the filling the paint, he just looks so confused. He's got all of these jars next to him, and he's looking at them, and he looks over at the Viscount and like shrugs, and the Viscount shrugs and like kind of tentatively holds up 2.
You start pouring, I'll tell you when.
He gives a thumbs up, and he tosses a couple in there. God. Ada, what are you up to?
I think now that like a cannon has been dragged across this other ship, I want to take the opportunity to like nimbly kind of run across that cannon and leap onto the other ship.
I think you do. I think you absolutely do. There has been wreck done to this other ship. Masha, you can hear her constantly because it's just like this rainbow stream of every curse word ever as she's directing people to do things to make up for this. So you're on the ship. What do you want to do?
Fantastic. I want to use another dark contract.
Roll it.
10.
Damn, what do you want to do?
I would like to make my touch a 2-harm weapon. So I'm pulling off the glove on my left hand, the non-demon hand, and it starts burning with this very, very intense heat. And I want to go over to their paintballs and just start melting all of them.
And you do.
Mm-hmm.
Theo, you've heard this flintlock get cocked behind you, and you also see Ada sprint past. You smell this like weird burning leather and burning paint smell, and the slew of curses from Masha stops for just an instant, and then very crystal clear over the bay, you hear her just shout, "Fuck it, grab the rifles." And her crew starts arming themselves.
I heard this flintlock behind me, right?
Uh-huh.
I'll turn around.
Yeah, he's leveling it at your facial region.
That doesn't sound good. I am going to put my hands up and slowly turn around and slide off of this cannon and just say, I thought that this was a paint fight, that we were supposed to use this powder. What are you doing?
I don't know, there might be paint in here. Let's find out. And he extends his arm. He's ready to shoot.
Or, and I just, and I deck him right in the leg, right in the face, right in the mouth.
Roll get into a scrap.
Yes. 8.
Okay. So you get shot. But he was being punched off of the goddamn planet because you're very strong. So this bullet clips you and you take 2 points of harm in your shoulder. The opposite that is striking him. He literally goes up in the air, over the side, and into the bay. Callahan, what are you up to?
Do I hear that call go out for the rifles?
Oh, yeah.
All right. I am going to position myself in one of the slingshots and start backing up to get as much tension as I can.
Baby doll, I ain't making you roll that. You do that.
And I launch myself over to their ship.
Yep, where you want to land. That's cool as shit.
Which way are they pointed? Is the nose of the ship closer to me or further away from me?
You're kind of right at the middle, so you could probably split the difference and land where you want.
Okay, I think I just shoot like right to the dead center, like the main mast of the ship, and I just land walking across the deck.
Yes!
And what do?
It's literally like in Sea of Thieves.
Yeah,
exactly.
I like the idea of you land walking and it's just like the easiest strut, but you're just like, did you guys fucking see that?
I land walking, I don't stop. I go directly over the other side of the ship, and I swim far, far away. No, I'm going to pull out my swords, and the first person that I see pointing a gun at my crew, I'm going to take him out.
Roll get into a scrap.
Okay. 11.
Do you want to take the ante or avoid harm?
I would very much like to avoid harm, please.
Absolutely. You slash across this guy's back, and he goes down. You haven't killed him outright, but he's hurt. He drops his rifle and just puts his hands up like, oh, nope, I give. Sayre, what do you got?
Seeing that there's some commotion going on the other ship, I'm going to twist fate.
All right,
and I'm going to spend some luck. I'm going to spend 2 points of luck.
Excellent.
10.
Nice. What do you want?
I am going to change the wind, the weather to my command. I think that Josh gets struck by a bolt of lightning.
All right. This is his moment to shine. This is his moment to do some serious damage. There are enemy combatants close. He can taste it. His magic is so perfect for this up-close incantation. So he's spitting that pain out of his mouth. And he puts his hands together, and this sphere of bones starts to appear around his fists. And he raises them to the sky, and it starts to swell and grow like this spiky ball that he's ready to bring down telepathically through the air onto the closest member of the star. And he lifts his face to the sky to shout the command. and takes a lightning bolt to the mouth. And now he is Joshua the dead guy.
Oh, I hope they signed a waiver.
Ada, what are you doing now?
I am shouting over to Tristan, now do I set this ship on fire?
Yes!
I would like to do that, please.
All right. Yeah, I mean, you have the burning hands already, right?
Yeah, I also have, as one of the dark contracts that I don't have to roll for, you create fireballs and infernos.
You absolutely do.
I do. So I think I just do it.
Yeah, I think you definitely start a few little fires here, but I'll tell you what, I will let you use a dirty trick if you want this to really pop off really fast.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
All right, roll it.
I'm going to spend 2 points of luck on this.
Go for it.
$12.
The sails go up. The rigging goes up, the rails are on fire, you watch as the cannons are starting to heat. You hear the crackling, you hear Masha cussing as she has to throw Susan over her shoulder so she isn't trying to steer the burning rigging. Everything is chaos, and this crew is just starting to leap off of the sides. You watch as Masha tosses Susan into the drink to hopefully keep her safe, but she turns. She pulls a sword, and here's another one that I think she keeps close to the chest, like something that she doesn't talk about, is that she wields a piece of her own figurehead, and she looks pissed. This fire is roaring around her. She takes 2 steps forward, and Theo is the closest. She extends her arm with the sword, lets it go, and it begins spinning like a saw in front of her. She reaches into her belt and pulls 2 more daggers and starts moving towards you.
I want to lean down towards the deck, and I think a couple of these paintballs that Ada didn't quite get to melting have rolled over near me. I want to pick 2 of them up, and I just want to charge her and have 1 in each hand, and just on either side of her head, hit her across the sides with 2 of these paintballs. And I would like to spend luck on this as well, please.
Go for it.
And I'll spend the 2.
2, and we'll get into a scrap.
12.
Do you want to take the ante or avoid harm?
Let's avoid harm. I've already taken quite a bit up to this point.
Yeah, this saw of a blade, like, it dances around, like she is seemingly moving it with her thoughts, and she's sneaking in kind of low to try to move opposite and have you covered on all sides so that a blade is coming at you. But you're Theo fucking Drake. You dodge through these spinning blades, and there's a burst of pink and blue that smash against her head. She spins about as this paint dusts her, and she hits the deck, falling backwards into a small pile of smoldering rope.
I get points for this, right?
Not only do you get points, the crowd goes, again, absolutely ape shit, and the guy pours in 2 more of those jars, and your vial is full. And most of the crew is standing on a burning, sinking ship. What do you do?
Oh, shit. I'm going to... I'm just going to make myself immune to fire or heat and just kind of chill.
Yeah, you absolutely do.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I don't have that. I'm jumping into the water and swimming back to the star.
Are you leaving Masha right there?
Please don't kill me.
I think I'll look to Callahan.
I think I walk over to
Callahan
her.
just waits with his thumb out.
I'm gonna walk over and kind of look between Masha and Theo a couple of times, and then I'm gonna pull out a gun and I'm gonna shoot Masha in the heart.
As you walk up, she looks up at you and kind of gives you that shit-eating grin again.
This
and-
could have been a game, but you don't threaten my crew and survive.
Well, fucking fair. And the gun fires. The crowd goes wild again. They are just bloodthirsty
Jesus!
as they watch this real pirate shit go down. The crowd is erupting. You can hear that the Viscount himself has this very large megaphone, and he's shouting out over the bay, and it echoes beautifully in these crystal waters. Well done, crew of the Wandering Star. You're so amazing. Everyone give them a hand. And this all starts to fade away and fade down. And the crowd sounds fade and his voice fades. Callahan, you rolled an 11 earlier?
Yeah.
So as you wake up... You remember this prophetic dream about the day ahead, and I can't wait to hear what you tell the crew and how you want to handle it.
I cannot believe that the coolest I've ever been was in one of Callahan's dreams.
And that's Perilous Tides Beach episode!
The Critshow is a Critshow Studios production, edited and produced by Brandon Wentz with music by Jake Purley. You can find more information about us at thecritshowpodcast.com. To keep up to date with upcoming live shows, contests, and other special events, follow us at The Crit Show on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. For even more weekly content, join us at patreon.com/thecritShow.